Welcome back to our PGA Tour coverage here on 2K Sports. We're headed out to the 7th hole. It's time to go low. Okay, let's get those two important things back, timing and tempo. All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Looks to be going with a hybrid here. And that shot back in the fairway. Time now for the 4th shot. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, that was pure. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This will be a good bogey.
Nice stroke. Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hole. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Opting for the 5-wood. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Needs this putt to tie Ricky Fowler.
Oh, so close. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. He's got a chance. Okay, steady now. And this one will be for bogey. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Sitting at 3 over for the day.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign. Nicely done.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. How close was that to going down? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. I don't mind the look of this. Good putt, that. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Sitting at 3 over. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That's inside the range. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole. No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has. And whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging. He's affable. He looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 strokes behind our leader. Lovely touch. Well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. This hole is a par 3. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
18-footer here is what he's facing. If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
It was on a good line. Par putt coming up here. And that's a master stroke. It not only improves their position in the field, but they're now ahead of their rival. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The Englishman Justin Rose currently leading this tournament, playing nicely on top. Time to face a par 4 now.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This one's heading left, I think.
That's a perfectly fine result, hitting from a lie like that.
And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
He's got this for his par.
And down she goes. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par fours on the back nine here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Oh, that is bombed. Two over for the day. Opting for the 5-iron. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. That's a touch of class.
Great touch.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, time to return to the action. And a par putt awaits him. Oh, nice looking putt. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. go to hit a good one here at the 15th. That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. Sitting at 2 over for the day. Going with a 3-wood here. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. But this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Going with the pitching wedge here. A couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for par. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Currently at +1 for the day. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here. Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
That's an awful error. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Sitting at 1 over. Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another. This one's tracking.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Oh, that is a thing of beauty. Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches. That's a good-looking shot there. And he's down there.
Well, I wouldn't mind hitting the shot, but I wouldn't fancy the walk up here. This is quite uphill.
Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. And this putt for a final score of 71.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And that'll wrap things up for him here at this tournament. And Henny, I think the takeaway for this player is that they really dominated their rival at this event.
Absolutely, Luke. I think the consolation prize is the way they performed against their rival this week. That should absolutely give them confidence as they prepare for their next event.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. This putt was about 8 feet.
This is their look at birdie.
It starts off on a good line.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He currently shares 4th position. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Second shot on the second. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Four against the wind to stick that one.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Setting up here with a very long putt. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. The third hole at TPC Summerlin has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes his second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in 2, 2 putts from there will be just fine. But watch out, big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
They've decided to club up.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, great shot. Holes out for a birdie. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, just missed. An opportunity to make their par. Not their best stroke. Seem to have pulled that one. In she goes. Let's head to the next. He's currently in a share of 6th.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
The 4th at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. And tee shot looks pretty good.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible.
I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Nicely done. And this putt to move into a tie for third.
Starting to look really good.
4 feet to the cup. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
That's just inside the range. A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make. Just didn't drop. This is a par putt. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The sixth at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers.
Look at that. You don't want that ball back.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out. 3 shots off the lead. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Attaboy, good shot. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. Putting for a par here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 7th at TPC Summerall is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here and try and make a birdie. Good shot there, Beamer. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Got to make sure to control the flight here because the wind, well, is straight into their face.
Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
That's pretty tiny. Yes, they've made it. And it'll move into the top 10. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 8th at TPC Summerall is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Going with the 5-wood. This one looks like it'll safely make the green. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
Ooh, right by the hole. A par putt awaits. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The ninth at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Rich, I know you love being here in Vegas, perhaps for different reasons than watching the golf tournament, but while we're here at the tournament, tell me a bit more about Shriners' impact on the game and this entire region.
Luke, I fail to see what you mean by that. I think Vegas is a very nice, wholesome city that I do enjoy coming to visit. But the golf course is fantastic. It's held at TPC Summerlin every single year, and it used to be the venue where they had the last round, but now every round is here. And I think the players enjoy that. I think they like being at the same golf course each and every day. They get a feel for it, and I think that's why the scores historically year in and year out are so much lower than they were in the past. I think it's a really good opportunity to go out there and make a ton of birdies, but that's not the easiest thing to do, is it? Getting comfortable making 7, 8, 9 birdies around. Some players don't have that comfort zone, and so I'm always interested to see the players that get into that zone each and every day and are making that many birdies to see if they can sustain it for 4 straight days.
That's frustrating. Good look at a birdie here. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. The 10th at TPC Summerlin is the beginning hole of a back 9 that has many challenges and also a lot of fun holes. Not overly long at 420 yards. You're just trying to avoid any trouble off the tee so you can get a clear shot at this green. A chance to begin the back 9 with a birdie. That's nicely done. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
And from about 105 yards...
choosing the 9-iron here. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range.
And that would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And now this player sits in second behind the leader, Lydia Ko.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Now, great rhythm on that swing. As we test ourselves here in the closing 9 at TPC Summerlin, what's the second shot into 11 like?
It's a very unfriendly second shot. This green sits above the fairway a good 4 to 5 feet. If you hit it long, you've got no hope of getting it up and down. A very scary shot, to say the least. If you walk away from a par here, happy days.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. And this putt will take them to 5 under. Oh, that's a nice line. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Checking in on the leaderboard, this player is currently tied for first with Lydia Ko. There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with the final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Wonderful putt, and that puts some real pressure on their rival now. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Yeah, that one will play. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
That was a gallant attempt. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Lovely effort that. This putt to get to 7 under the card.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
This one's online. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
Surely it's going to.
And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
The 16th at TPC Sutherland is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Opting for the 3-wood. Well, this should be unpredictable. Getting ready to play their 3rd. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That got caught up in a few of the branches. Eight under for the day. Currently in the lead. Nine feet to the cup. Ooh, nice line. Well holed. Now leading by 1 shot.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate. Going with the 5-iron here. This is looking pretty good in the air. This player's dialed in. What a shot. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the play, shall we? And he's down there. You got a read?
This is a 12-footer here.
Looking really good, this one. That will drop, and it will extend the lead. Lydia Ko coming off a birdie on her last hole, and that will take her to 2 strokes off the lead. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. That one's heading down Broadway. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Huge tee shot there, Luke. What a display of power.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event.
Now that's how you roll the...
Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
Well, Rich, you know just how excited this player is.
An exciting tournament, an exciting finish. Love it. First victory on the PGA Tour. Congratulations.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.